Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcrow here, aka Scoot, back with the Continental Pokemon Championship Development League Season 2, it's been so long, week number 6, finally. Originally scheduled to play excuse me, yeah. Excuse me. Originally scheduled to play Shy, coach of the Minnesota Mimikyus, I believe. But now he has been replaced as he had to drop from the league, and we were facing off against Dougal, aka Trashy and Gay, coach of the New York Park Rangers. So yeah, shout out to him for taking over the team. He did make some changes, which I will just go over his new roster. I don't really even consider the changes anymore. He has the Mega Manetric, the Infernape, the Suicune, the Alolan Ninetales, Delmize, Fortress, Z Scolipede, Latias, Rhyperior, Volibee, and Shelgon. So, pretty threatening squad. Maybe the Volibee and the Shelgon are a little memeish, but threatening nonetheless. We do have Zygarde, Z Manaphy, Mega Diancie, Alolan Muck, Cobalion, Crobat, Mesprit, Rotom Ghost, Feral Seed, and the Incineroar. So, this week we're going to be bringing the Manaphy, the Zygarde, the Mega Diancie, Alolan Muck, Cobalion, and Crobat, as you see on screen. And my opponent decides to bring the Suicune, the Mega Manetric, Scolipede, Rhyperior, Infernape, and the Latias. So, interesting that we don't see the Alolan Ninetales, so no Aurora Veil, no Delmize, so no, excuse me, no Rapid Spinning. I'm coming down with a cold, minor illness. Also no Fortress, so again, no Spinner. He does have the potential to defog with the Lottie, but that's not as big as, a deal, because I can pursuit trap it, and stuff like that. So with the old Muck, which I'll get to in a minute. And he doesn't bring the Volibee or the Shelgon, so no weird memes or nothing like that. However, he does bring the Mega Manetric and the Infernape, which make for a Volturn Core, Choice Scarf Infernape, and a Mega Manetric, some speedy momentum grabbers, and like go into something like Suicune or the Rhyperior, and not really fear much from some of my offensive presences. So he does bring the Scolipede, which could potentially be a Z-move user. Pretty scary, but we do have checks for that. I guess we can talk about my team, right? We bring a defensive Manaphy with the leftovers this week. Bold nature, 252 defense. I'm setting at 261 speed, just above a no speed Scolipede. And then I got the rest of my HP EVs, or my AVs and HP. So, pretty bulky, nice pivot, can come in, you turn out, can click knockoff for riddance of items, protect for like leftover recovery, longevity, etc. Can scout things like Mega Manetric, and the Infernape as well. So that's really nice. And it can take a hit, potentially 2 from a Scolipede if it's not Life Orb. I think I live 2 hits. I 100% live 2 hits even if it is Life Orb. Excuse me. I got confused about my set there for a second. And Rhyperior, I can take quite a bit of hits from Rhyperior too, even the offensive variant. Not really doing much damage to me. And I can OHKO back with the Scald since it's 4 times effective. Next up we got the Zygarde with, I think, leftovers. I'm not real sure. We'll talk about it after the match, right? It doesn't really matter what my item is. I am a DD, 1000 Arrows, Extreme Speed, and Crunch set, I do believe, and setting at 271 speed to outspeed a Mega Manetric after a Dragon Dance. Very bulky, got lots of defense for Infernape, and with the proper chip damage and certain mons gone, it can be a really, really good sweeper. So, like, beat down on Suicune, beat down on the Lottie, and then set up a Dragon Dance and potentially win. So, that's pretty cool. Next up, we got Mega Diancie, another like late game setup mon just to win with the Rock Polish. Moonblast, Power Gem, and the Hidden Power Fire for the Foragers, and the Moonblast and Power Gem hits everything else. Max Speed, Max Special Attack, Timid Nature, so I can speed tie with the Lottie and outspeed everything else that's not the Scolipede or the Mega Manectric, obviously. But after a Rock Polish, I outspeed everything, so that's really nice. With the proper trip damage and proper setup opportunities, it can just win. And like I said, it outspeeds all Scarfers and speed boost Scolipede, so it's really nice. Next up, we got Alolan Muck with the Black Sludge, for recovery and longevity, just like the leftovers on Manaphy. And we got a Rest Talk set this week with just mono dark attacks with the knockoff and the pursuit. And a specially defensive set can sort of check the Mega Manectric, especially offensive Infernape. Can't really hurt it back though. It's nice for the Delmise, the Alolan Ninetales, which he did not bring either of those, and pretty good for pursuit trapping or just knocking off items, and specifically pursuit trapping the Lottie. Getting rid of that's be really nice, especially for another mon that I have here, Cobalion. I got a Choice Scarf Cobalion. If I can get rid of the Lottie, then I can spam close combat, as he doesn't really have a good switch in. Like Scolipede can come in on rocks, take the close combat, I can switch out, or potentially close combat again, depending on how low he is already. If he's not low at all, if he's at full, he comes in on rocks, takes 25%, takes the close combat damage, I can switch out. And then later in the match, he comes in again on the close combat, takes rocks, takes close combat damage, and eventually I'll be able to just go ahead and two-hit KO him. So I'm not really worried about that. I'm a Stealth Rock set with Choice Scarf, so I can maybe bluff that I'm not Choice Scarf, and I can pretty much guarantee myself rocks with the Choice Scarf Cobalion. Got the Volt Switch, the Close Combat, and the Iron Head, so pretty cool. Speed set's exactly where, with my Scarf, I outspeed the Mega Manectric. And I actually don't think he brings a knockoff user, which is pretty cool. So I won't be losing any of my items, such as my leftovers on Manaphy and Zygarde, Black Sludge on Alolan Muck, or my Scarf. And last but not least, I won't be losing my Charty Berry off my Crobat. I am a Brave Bird U-Turn Roost Defog set. Speed outspeeds Scolipede. The rest is in, or the rest of my EVs are in defense. And what was remaining went into HP, so I'm fairly bulky. It's basically a safety net for Scolipede. Pretty good pivot for Infernape with that might be locked into close combat or something like Focus Blast, and checks Delmise to like an extent, I suppose. Excuse me. Excuse me. Had to get a drink of water. Actually, I lied. I had a drink of Gatorade. Anyways, back to the video at hand here. We can go ahead and start the battle now. So I'm going to lead off with my Manaphy, and he leads off with Infernape. So I get that right. And I should probably click Scald here, but I'm going to click Knockoff, predicting the Lottie to come in, because Scald is such an obvious play. I don't really see him bringing in the Mega Manectric or the Suicune, just in case it burns, and Mega Manectric would actually take a decent amount of damage. So I'm going to say he's going to go into his Lottie here, and I'm going to click the Knockoff. As he gets a critical hit on the U-turn, it's going to be an ongoing theme in this match is the RNG. No big deal though. I'm going to switch out into my Alolan Muck here as he Volt switches out, so he gets that one right. I'm going to get a little bit of Black Sludge recovery left. Well, basically leftovers back. And I'm going to switch out to my Manaphy on a predicted Earthquake, but he goes for the Ice Punch, so yeah, it does no damage. I can quick Scald freely here as he brings in his Mega Manectric and gets burned. So this is exactly what I wanted. Now I'm just going to click Protect to kind of burn a turn and get a little bit of leftovers back, as well as take a little bit of residual damage on him. As now he switches it up and goes for the Volt Switch. Almost went into my Zygarde there, but it wasn't quite worth it yet. He goes into his Rhyperior here, and then hasn't revealed an item yet. And he goes straight for the Earthquake here, but my Manaphy gets critical hit and still eats it because it's fat as fuck. Here I'm just going to click knockoff. I know he's not going to stay in at 100% dies to Scald. So he goes out to Suicune here and loses his item. As I'm going to go into my Cobalion as he reveals Protect. I'm going to just set up my rocks here. I don't mind if he Scald burns me because Cobalion's not like my win condition anymore. But now he reveals the Calm Mind, and I'm sort of fucked here because I realize I don't have a Suicune answer. I'm going to switch out to my Alolan Muck. Luckily I don't get burned, and he's going to fear something. I'm not sure what he fears here, but my play there was I was just going for the poison and hoping he didn't have rest, and I was eventually going to rest up myself and try to beat it down 1v1 eventually, you know what I'm saying? Switch out to Manaphy, let it turn the Toxic go by, click Protect, etc., etc. So I was just hoping he didn't have rest there, and I'm still not sure if he did or not. So he's going to switch out here and takes the knockoff, and I get rid of his weakness policy, which is really nice. As he goes for the Earthquake here, and I'm going to click U-turn predicting him to switch out, but he actually stays in. So I'm going to go into Crobat predicting the Earthquake again. And now I'm going to go ahead and U-turn out back into my Manaphy, as I know he's going to click Ice Punch, probably his best move to hit me with. And here I can click Scald as he actually goes into his Suicune finally. So he's making all the right plays, but I'm still chipping him down, little by little, and getting everything in range of Zygarde. That's the plan, right? So here I go into Cobalion, and I don't get burnt. Volt switch out into my Muck, which does get burned. And he doesn't want to be poisoned, so he's going to switch out, and I'm going to rest up this turn. Now I can click Sleep Talk, predicting him to stay in or switch out or something like that. But he's actually going to stay in and go for the Rock Clash as I go into my Crobat. I'm just going to U-turn out here, predicting the Ice Punch, go into my Scarf Cobalion, which outspeeds this, but I get frozen. I get frozen, Mons, right? So here I'm going to go into Manaphy, and to guarantee I live, I'm going to click Protect and get out of range of Earthquake. So this Rhyperior is not sweeping me today. But yeah, to be honest, I should still have, close to 40% on Manaphy, and I should have a Cobalion at around 30%. But oh well. It is the game we play. So here he goes clicking Close Combat, and again I have Protect, so I was able to scout there, switch out into my Crobat, and now I can just U-turn out, predicting him to switch, as he does, revealing that he's probably Choice Scarf. And here I'm going to go into my Mega Diancie and then sack off my Manaphy as he brings out the Infernape. And I'm going to force him out again with the Crobat. And here I'm going to click Brave Bird. I'm not sure how defensive he was, but I don't have any attack investment, so Crobat doing 24% was pretty cool. Now he revenge kills me with the Flare Blitz, and now I see my opportunity. I'm going to bring in my Mega Diancie, and I'm going to click the Rock Polish, because if he stays in, I eat up the Flare Blitz, and if he switches, then I'm at full health, and I have +2 speed. And now I'm able to get the Moonblast kill out on the Infernape, the Power Gem kill out on the Scolipede, and the Moonblast kill out on the Lottie. And that's going to be a good game. So thank goodness we did not get swept by the Suicune or the Rhyperior that almost hacked us into oblivion, and thank goodness for Manaphy's bulk. Really good game to the New York Park Rangers, and going to be moving on to, I think, 5-1 going into week 7. And yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.